first thing you want to do is you want to find the per unit cost for each allocation based on our 4 activities and the 4 indirect costs associated with those activities. So first we'll go with indirect manufacturing costs. So that's going to be $72,000 over a total number of kayaks. That's 5,000 and 3,000, so 8,000. So that's going to be $9 per kayak. Next we've got machine setups. So we have the activity setups. We're going to have, let's see, $40,500 over our total number of setups. So that's going to be 300 and 200. Grab my handy dandy calculator here. So that gives us a total of $81 per setup. So our next activity is going to be equipment and maintenance. We'll just put equip here. Total cost is $235,000. We're going to divide that over our total number of machine hours. So that's 11,000 and 12,500. So that's going to be 23,500 total machine hours. And that is going to be $10 per machine hour. So our final cost is going to be rent, final activity. So we're basing that on the square footage of production space used. So we have a total of $200,000 over our total square footage. So that's going to be 2,860 and 2,140. Calculator. So that's a total of 5,000 square feet. That's going to be $40 per square foot used. And those are your costs per unit.
In this portion of the video, we're going to take these per unit costs that Clayton calculated earlier and apply them to the level of activities for basic and deluxe. So first we have the number of kayaks. Actually, we'll just write kayaks. So we have 5,000 kayaks times $9, and then we have 3,000 times $9. That equals 45,000 and 27,000. All right. Next, we're going to do machine setups. So we have setups for basic. It is 300 times $81. And then for deluxe, it is 200 times 81. That equals 24,300 and 16,200. Next, we're going to do machine hours. So we have equipment. That's going to be 11,000 times $10 equals 110,000. And then we've got 12,500 times 10 equals 125,000. Next, we're going to distribute the square footage of production. So we have rent, and that will be 2,860 times 40 and 2,140 times 40. That comes out to 114,400 and 85,600. Next, we're going to total up the indirect costs for each of these. And I believe that is 253,800 for deluxe. And then $293,700 for basic.
So Kayla did activity-based costing for us to allocate our indirect costs. Now I'm going to show you simple costing. So what simple costing is going to do is it's just going to take all of our indirect overhead costs, add them all together, and divvy it out by the number of kayaks. So if we take all of our overhead costs that we used previously, adding all those together, you get 547,500. So you're going to take the total overhead costs, multiply it 5,000 over 8 is going to give you your basic. Since we're multiplying it by the number of kayaks, we're allocating it by the number, so basic is going to give you 342,187.50. So now going to basic, we're going to take that total overhead number that I calculated, multiply it 3,000 over 8,000. For a total of 205,312.50. Now looking at simple and activity-based costing, you can see that there's some differences in our overhead cost. And that's going to tell you if the costs are over costed or under costed. So if we're looking at basic, we have 342,000, we have 293,000. Obviously simple is over costing the basic model. So if you take 342,187.5, subtract 292,700, that's going to give you a difference of 48,487.50. And again, simple is over costing the basic model. Since there's only two models and they use the same total, it's going to be the same amount for deluxe. So again, it's going to be 4,487.50. But it's going to be under costed. So they're subsidizing each other. They're balancing each other out. So again, simple is just going to take all of our indirect costs, overhead costs, divvy it up by the number of kayaks, rather than looking at each type of activity and seeing which model uses the most. Because obviously You know, basic uses more setups than deluxe, but it doesn't use as much maintenance cost. So that's the major difference between activity-based costing and simple costing. Is just a more accurate representation of what types of products are using what type of activity and at what level.